information that is now coming with regards to the strikes that India has carried out in these Pakistani air bases. Now, there is news report coming in of explosions that have been heard in Jammu air raid sirens that have now been blaring, and there has been a complete blackout that continues in Jammu and Kashmir's Akhnur as well. Now, this is the information that is now coming across as far as Pakistan, which continues to attempt to hit our military bases. But right now, the border areas where the civilians have already been given necessary information to take precaution and to advise remain indoors and limit unnecessary movement, and also to strictly follow when it comes to safety instructions that have been issued by the authorities. These are right now, as we are getting the information, of course, deferred pictures are playing. What the operation is taking place live, we cannot show you with regards to national security, but it seems that the escalation from Pakistan side continues. Well, Shivani, this is the second consecutive night that we are looking at multiple locations across the border that have also witnessed such kind of drones that have tried to infiltrate our airspace. There are explosions and sirens that could be heard.
Well, indeed, Amita, we are all witness of it. Till yesterday, we were seeing that in midnight also. In fact, after 10 o'clock itself, it was Pakistan who had started shelling these drone attacks and mortars in Jammu. Especially, drone attacks were conducted in the Jammu air base. And also, as we see that the entire city was blackout. Now I'll give you the visual of this entire city in Jammu, that you can clearly see that this particular area used to be very busy at this hour of time as well in morning, but now there is a complete pin drop silence in the city. There is no movement that we can witness from here, and henceforth now explosions voice that has been heard throughout the night. In fact, a short while ago also we have heard multiple voices of blast. It could be, the drone attack, those, being neutralized by the Indian Air Forces or the Indian Air Defense System. We can see so that it has created a moment of panic as well. But of course, it is Pakistan, and henceforth there is a moment of panic because we can't trust him to follow the rules and lines of a war zone probably. But at this moment, we can say that the Jammu region has been affected. In fact, constant firing on the Jammu airbase was done by Pakistan, which was reallocated by the Indian defense system. And of course, our radars have also identified multiple attacks being conducted on Jammu air base, and that is why we were able to neutralize them on a faster pace at the right moment of time, so that it has not affected or created any sort of loss in Jammu. Even yesterday, lots of attacks were made, but Akhnur got affected slightly, but there was no loss detail that we had heard of, and tonight remains the same situation. But this time Pakistan has used more such informations and bombing to harm civilians directly, because they are of course not able to compete the Indian military forces, Indian security forces, Amita, and
yes.
henceforth we can say so that now Pakistan has crossed its limit. So
well, air defense systems that are active and thwarting the Pakistani attacks. Even early this morning, just before sunrise, we are looking at the situation that has been escalated. And in a short while from now, we are standing by from the briefing aspects that has been expected at the South Block, that is to take place. But right now, the importance of these air bases, Priyank, if you can tell us how deep within when it comes to Pakistan that we have managed to hit these air bases. Now, there are media reports coming in from Pakistan as well that there were explosions and there was almost a fire that could also be seen because of these explosions at these air bases or near these air bases.
Yes, Sati, Amita, 3 important air bases in Pakistan which were sending these drones, which were the location which attempted to target the Indian air bases, has been put on attack by Indian missiles. What we are getting to know that the Pakistani media is reporting that these missiles were on its way to hit the defense establishment, the aerial assets of Pakistan before it has been brought down. This is what they have been claiming. But the manner in which they have been escalating this war against India is a very important development which is happening in this case. Basically, what had happened, the Pakistanis had sent missiles to target the important installations there in Haryana, like Sirsa, and they were also attempting to attack the air bases in India. But before that could happen, the anti-drone system and the anti-missile system, aerial system of India had intercepted these missiles, and these missiles were brought down. This happened before midnight, and India has certainly given a very strong response to this kind of attempt by the Pakistanis to attack important, defense establishment. Let's go back to where it started. The Operation Sindhu, when it started, the phase 1, it was very clearly mentioned by the Indian government that we are not going to target any kind of military establishment. Then 2 days back, we saw that sirens being heard at important location here in India, in Rajasthan as well as in Jammu, where the Pakistani drone and missiles were attempting to target the aerial establishment in India, and they were also trying to spy on the location of the defense establishment of the Indian Army. India retaliated, and then you saw that in Lahore, in the Rawalpindi stadium, series of drones attack happened.
Yes.
When India specifically stated yesterday, if you go back the statement from the Foreign Secretary, in the last 2 words he said that we have given the reply, which means that it's a full stop. But the Pakistanis did not stop. Once again, they attempted to target Haryana as well as Delhi. Signs were also heard in Jammu and other areas of Jaisalmer. So India had to teach them a lesson. India had to show them that whatever you are once again attempting by escalating this further will be given a strong response. And that is what we are expecting, that within few minutes from now, it's 5:37 early in the morning, and around 5:45 we are expecting that there will be a briefing from at the South Block.